Hey, my collective, what's good? Baja Divine 144 here. Let's get into these messages. To anyone returning, thank you so much for the love and support. Keep it coming. Truly appreciate you. To anyone new, how you doing? How you be? Thank you for coming through. Let's get into it. Message for the collective. Tap that bell for more of my content. Let's see. Someone could be getting a dose of their own medicine, like attracts like here. Someone's only getting what they put out there. Someone's stunned by the reaction of someone or about how someone carried them. And that's crazy because this is how this person usually carries other people. So they're just getting a dose of their own medicine and shit. You know what I'm saying? And it hurts. Or it has someone really feeling some sort of way. Someone was living a life carefree of rejection at one point. You know what I'm saying? This could be a looker, someone who's very, very attractive physically. Male, female, does not matter. Someone's very pleasing to the eye. Has a conceited way about them, cocky. Someone always gets their way though. Very smooth talker, very smart, intelligent. It's not like they're an airhead or anything like that. Someone's got the beauty and the brains, but they expect too much. Like I said, they never expected to get hit like they're about to get hit. You know, or this has already happened and someone is just trying to come back from that. But like it says, like attracts like. This is helping someone see, you know, how they treat people, how people actually feel, because now they're about to feel that shit. And this is the first time it's going to stun the fuck out of somebody. Whether this is you or them, someone's like, oh, rejected. It's like, you could have met someone just like you on your level, super attractive, brains, everything. It's like you guys are really chopping it up. The chemistry is there. It's like, in your head, you're like, they're a little different. You know, the vibe is there and the sex is off the chart. But this person put it on you, or you put it on someone. Someone was expecting, it's going to be that someone was expecting a callback. Someone was expecting, a lot of text messaging, a lot of being sweated, because that's what they used to. Like I said, this is the first time someone's actually being rejected. And it stings a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Someone's going to keep it real brief. You know what I'm saying? Someone's going to tell you straight from the gate that, you know, I'm single. You could be saying the same thing, you know, we single, we just going to do our thing, wherever it go, you know. I'm not trying to be locked down, because this is what you say. This is what you used to. This is what makes those panties come off. This is what makes those boxers come down. You know, you're used to this. Whoever this is cocky as fuck. You're going to meet somebody. They either going to meet you, or you done met somebody that's going to give you a dose of your own medicine. They're going to take it there. They're going to have your nose wide open. It's one of those things. Just one of those things. You're going to realize something about yourself. Whatever happens with this, it's going to make you realize what you do to other people. Or this is going to make someone realize what they do to other people, how they treat people. Someone's going to have to pick their face up. Like, it's going to be the way someone carries it. Okay, here's an example. You know how on, this is for people that have already seen the movie, but if not, check it out. It's a movie called Boomerang from back in the day with Eddie Murphy, Robin Givens, and a lot of actors, you know, a lot of very top-notch actors, especially back then. You know, they were like top-notch. The movie was one of those ones, you know what I'm saying? So it's a scene in this movie where Eddie Murphy, he's a player, you know, he's a whole player in this movie, but he gonna meet someone that he gonna meet his match, and you know, she's gonna have his nose open, like all throughout the movie, and he's gonna really be. It's gonna be. You have to watch the movie. I'm not gonna get too into it, but because I will go left field with it. But yeah, um, it's just all about someone meeting their match and getting a dose of their own medicine. It's like player meets player, you know. And it's not even that you're a player. Well, whoever's giving out the lesson, it's not that they're a player. It's that they mean business. Like, I'm single, we're going to keep it brief. Like, someone's very blunt. Someone don't know who they messing with. You know, it's time for someone to feel this, because I feel as though whoever is going to get the bad end of the stick, meaning they're going to get the ones that's going to have to learn the lesson. You know what I mean? They really hurt people when they do this. You know what I mean? And you know, someone has to see the other side of things. Someone's like really in an illusion at this time about who they are, about you know, the role they play in people's lives. Someone has to see the other side of the hurt that they bring to people when they just, you know, lie to them, you know, use them, you know, one night stand sort of energy, just say anything just to get what they came to get. You know, you can't keep playing with people like that. Eventually that shit'll come back on your ass. And I feel as though this is what's happening to someone. Someone just don't like how it feels. So now you know how it feels, okay? You know, someone needs to get out of fantasy land, and someone was in an illusion that they would never ever get hurt. And I feel as though now they hurt. You know, like attracts like, you know, someone is realizing who they are, what they bring to the table truly. It's like the mask is going to fall off. Like, damn, this is how it feels to be on the other end. This is how it feels to be used. Yes, this is how it feels to be used, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? It's time for someone to own up to their own issues and see something for what it is. You know what I'm saying? You know, someone is going to get what they put out, and it's not going to feel too good. Yeah, you know, someone's a manipulator, a gaslighter, all that shit's about to come back and hit someone in the ass. You feel me? This could be you giving out the lesson, though. Someone is not ready for you like they think they are. You could be a very blunt person. Be someone that's very upfront. You could have just left a long relationship. Male, female, does not matter. And you're not really in the mood to be with someone or have a relationship. So when this person comes to you, you could meet this person in a bar, whatever the case is, you know, grown people shit, whatever. Casual conversation, one thing could lead to another. It could be something like that. But you're like being dead ass serious with someone when you say you don't want to be with them like that. You just want to have your night. Whatever happens, happens. You know, this is on some grown folk shit. And it's going to be what it is. But someone, I don't know what you're going to do to them in bed or whatever, but you're going to have their nose open. Like, and you know, they're going to want to see you, or they're expecting for you to reach out. They're expecting for you to sweat them and, you know, text them the next day and wonder why you're not texting back. It's like, you could be, yeah, someone's expecting that, or this is what they're expecting from you, and you just don't have that to give, sir, ma'am. You feel me? It's not that type of party. Like, someone's really about to feel how they make others feel. And I feel as though they make people feel like shit. They might not mean to do it, but this person has never been rejected. This could be you. Like, you've never been rejected. You about to feel that. Like, yo, you're about to really see how toxic you are, how much you gaslight people, how much how much you play with people. It really hurts on the other side of the fence. If this is not you, this is someone else. Someone was in an illusion. And the only way out of the illusion is to get hurt, you know, or to see what you're actually doing to other people. Someone has to feel it, because they're doing it like constantly, and they're not thinking about the feelings of someone else, you know. So it could be that you got played by someone, and now they feeling that shit. And someone is tearing their ass up, you know what I mean? They're feeling it, and you know, they could automatically think about you and how they treated you, how they treated a lot of people. Or this could be you, just like feeling the effects of being, you know, led on, manipulated, gaslighted and shit. Let's see what else. Let's see about this illusion. Like, who's up in their head here? Who is this? Who's up in their head? Could be an Aquarius, or, you know, you could be the one having someone up in their head. Someone is, you know, keeping faith. Having faith about a situation, and someone may just take a L and have to start all over. But whatever it is, someone is seeing. It could also be that someone got hurt. You know what I'm saying? And you are hoping that someone feels that pain. and their wish is about to be granted because someone is definitely about to go through what they put other people through, especially with people's hearts. It's a player meets player. Someone is definitely about to feel that shit. Someone's a toxic motherfucker, a lying motherfucker. They lie, cheat, manipulate, do whatever they gotta do to get what they want. You know what I mean? This is a smooth talker. This is someone that's, they can't be resisted because of their looks. Looks alone gets them in the door. Just put it like that. You know what I'm saying? Male, female, someone's attractive. Period. Big, small, little, thin, whatever. Someone's attracted, they get them, and it's been like that for a long time. Someone's not used to being rejected. And it's about time that someone feels how they treat people. A little lesson from the universe. Someone could have, wished this, like, you're going to feel it one day. You could think automatically, this person could automatically think of you. Because you could have told them that, it's okay, whatever, you're going to get yours one day. You could have told them that shit. And that shit is about to happen to someone. Someone's world is upside down. Delays, halting someone's progress. Like I said, someone's going to be up in their head about being rejected because they're not used to that shit. Someone's not used to being rejected. Could be a Leo, Aquarius, Taurus, or a Scorpio. That could be significant here. That could be the person that's doing the rejecting, or that's the person that's being rejected. But yeah, it's a lot of, someone is really about to, it's going to change someone. Someone's really in their head about this and like, damn, I really treated people like that. You know what I mean? Someone you can't make up their mind about if they should, really. If someone wants to apologize, they're not sure if they should do that because they've never done that before. It's like someone is just used to being on their high horse all the time. And like it says, like attracts like. Someone is realizing the issues that they truly have, the way they truly treat people. And I feel as though they're going to get knocked down a peg or two, whether this is you or them. Yes. It's going to be more than just a person. It could also be a job. It could be on the job where someone thinks it's all about them, or they'll always be able to get somewhere. It could be because of who they know. That's going to be stopped. That's going to be put on hold. It's like someone's ego is about to really, really get crushed here, Someone's going to really get crushed in a lot of ways, not just a brief affair. It could be also on the job where someone just thinks they can get their way because they could be related to someone in the company, like a big, a higher up or whatever. But someone's about to really, really feel it. A lot of people are about to get crushed, and it's going to be by way of, the universe. What goes around comes around. A lot of people out here think they can just do anything, say anything to people and get away with it. And I feel as though a lot of people's world is definitely about to get turned upside down, in a major way. It's time to learn. There's lessons to be learned here, Capricorn could be involved. Someone's not sure where they're going. Someone's confused now. It's like this rejection is really going to trigger someone. The confusion, everything that comes with being hurt by someone like you, you're about to feel that shit, whoever you are. You're confused, you have no direction. This is how people feel when they get hurt by you. Confused, used, and now someone is just, they're really confused about a situation. And it's time to put in work. Someone's going to realize that it's time to work on themselves. This is going to make someone change out here. I feel as though it's about, that someone being humbled. Someone's going to be humbled, Someone's going to realize their own issues. They're going to realize that what they've been putting out there is coming back on that ass. Like attracts like, Someone's about to go through something that they were putting other people through. Someone's going to treat you the same fucking way. And I feel as though it could be you. You could be treating someone the same way that they were treating other people. Or you're going to get a dose of your own medicine collective. You know where you are. And so now someone is about to work on themselves. They're realizing that they have to go back to the table and really work on themselves. It's on some mature shit. You know what I'm saying? Someone's really going to let go of the past, how they treated people. Someone's looking at the past with Six of Cups, thinking of how they used to do people. Someone's thinking about how they used to do people, how they used to do you. It could be a Scorpio, Cancer, or a Pisces you're dealing with. And someone's trying to fix something. Someone wants to heal from something, go back to someone. They may even want to apologize, work on some shit. I feel as though, whatever starts from a brief affair is going to really change someone. It's meant to be this way. Someone's put there to make someone see, someone see what they've been doing, how they've been, treating people, doing people. Look at that. Netflix and chill, spending time with someone, lying about their whereabouts, sneaking around, lying, cheating, all that fuck boy, fuck girl shit. It's about to hit someone, come back and make someone see how they really treat people, how they do people and shit. And it don't feel too good being on the other end. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, someone has a lot of things they want to say, but it's all about the wrong thing. Like I said, you put it on someone, now they can't stop thinking about you. They want to fix themselves so they can come back and be around that energy. Someone is realizing that you taught them something. And because you taught them something, they're definitely looking at you different, or you're looking at this person different because they're making you realize, maybe how much of an asshole you are, you or the other person. I'm not calling you out because I don't know you, but that's how it seems. That's what it is. Someone's getting what they put out. Someone's getting what they put out, and it's time to make a change. I feel as though someone's really going to realize that they need to hang it up. Yes, look at that. Someone really wants to commit to you this time, or they're realizing that you pointed them in the right direction of being in a healthy relationship. Someone's going to change. This brief affair is making someone realize, the things that happens during this time with someone. That mirror, that player versus player meets player shit is going to wake somebody up. Someone really is going to change their life because of this. This is someone who had a lot of affairs, lied, cheating, could have messed with family members, all types of shit. This could be you, this could be them. Someone was a liar compulsively, with whoever they was with, a manipulator, a gaslighter to get what they wanted. Most of the time it was sex. Period. And it's making someone look at what the fuck they were doing to other people, hurting people, lying to people, using and wasting people's time and energy. Being around people's kids and family members and just ghosting them and someone's realizing that this shit is not good, especially when it's on the other end of the stick. Someone is definitely going to feel how they've been treating other people, and they're going to have to reflect on that. And I feel as though it's going to cause a change in someone. Conflict resolution. Someone wants to make amends, like I said, rebuild trust, a positive outcome. Someone really wants to thank you, for dissing their ass, or just like being blunt with them about a situation. It makes someone really think. Like, this person really wanted to spend some time with you. You was like, nah, I got something else to do. And you meant that shit. Like, when like I said, someone that you meet, you're really going to be open and honest with them about your status, about what you want from them at this time. And right now you may just want to remain single because you just became single from being with someone for a long time. You have to heal from that relationship. You're not one to jump in from one relationship to another and shit. There's rules to this, you know what I'm saying? So you're going to let somebody know, I need time to heal. I just, broke up with my man and my girl, whatever, and I'm trying to heal from that, but I don't mind dating. It's not going to be too much of anything on my end. We can have fun, we can chill, whatever leads to whatever is whatever, or I may not even want to get sexual with you, but at the same time, it's going to be what it is, don't get too caught up in me. And you could let somebody know that shit. And they could be all for it at the time because they're not ready for the blow that they're about to get, especially if you guys connect sexually. So it could be like one of those things where one thing, I really feel as though because it's a brief affair over here, a lot of chemistry, a lot of sexual attraction. It could be like a one night, stand sort of situation, and you really open someone's nose really, really wide. Like I said, I don't know what you did behind closed doors, but someone wants to see more of you, and it just did not happen that way. You said what you said, and it was what it was, and someone's going to feel the sting of, that, and it's really going to make them see how they treat other people. Someone's not used to the treat me. Someone's not used to it, but it's going to turn their life around. You know what I mean? So, positive outcome to a tough situation. I feel as though you turning your back on someone, or you just being blunt, open, and honest, because they're going to make it seem to you, as if you turned your back on them, because this person is not prepared for how, they're not prepared for that. Someone's not used to, being let down. Someone's used to getting what they want with whoever they want, and you humbling them is a brand new experience for them, but it's going to make them change their ways. Someone really did change. They want to thank you for that shit. Something like that is going down, my collective. This could be you. If it's not you, it's someone around you. Like being open, honest, and having your time with someone, giving them their moment, and stepping, and like I want to say ghosting, because you ain't come back. You didn't. You didn't answer their calls because you just didn't. And it wasn't to be malicious, but you could be someone who's really on the go at this time, who has a very busy life. You're trying to stay focused. You vowed to yourself that you're not going to tie yourself down to one person, and you told them this and all that, and they were for that shit until they really felt that shit. And maybe that's what they needed. You know what I'm saying? Collective.